Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to start by pulling an overall energy from my animal oracle deck and just see where we're at, get an overall energy, get a feel for the reading. The collective energies right now are so intense. I'm sure you're feeling it. So I'm really curious how the fixed earth sign of Taurus is expressing this part of the wave that we're in right now. Let's see, today's the full moon in Capricorn, and we just had that huge X flare. Well, not huge X flare, but we had the huge solar flare, which was an X flare yesterday, and just all those sunspots and all this activity. So it's just such an exciting time to read, and I'm really enjoying reading through the elements. Okay. Let's see what we get. Okay, we actually get two cards. You get two cards. So the first, interesting. Okay, so the first one is the cow spirit, oh gosh, sorry, the lighting is kind of weird right here. Okay, we'll work with this. The miracles are endless, so the cow spirit. Oh, how beautiful that is. And the second card that comes out, so this is interesting, is coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. Okay, so we all know about this. The path, it's like, our intuition, our souls, our knowing. We can feel that what we're aiming for, what we're manifesting, what we're pulling in, what we're desiring is there. We can feel it in the energy. We can feel it in the astral and the etheric, and the higher timeline, we feel it. And however, the path to get there is often full of this kind of coyote medicine where you think it's going one way and then a wrench gets thrown in to the mix, and we can fall into that doubt energy. But I love that they came out together, and I love that this one's kind of sitting in the sun too, because look at how, like, what a bright and sunny and sort of vibrant, like higher timeline, higher perspective, higher consciousness type of energy this one emits, where this one has some glow too. He has some glow, and he has this sort of like friendly ally feeling, but it's also a little darker, a little muted. So I feel like already the message right off the bat is about kind of seeing through this lens, even when it looks a little dark and cloudy, because it's like we're claiming our reality, we're claiming the reality that we want, and we're claiming it through our hearts and our feeling center and knowing which one is real. So okay, that's a lot just on those two cards. But let's see what the tarot. This is the same woman. This is the Good Tarot. Colette Baron Reed did both of those decks, and I just love the artistry and I love the energy that comes through them. So let's see what comes out from the tarot to go along with that. Oh, Taurus. Four of Wands, the Four of Fire. Okay. So, this is a union card. This is a card of like celebration. This is a card, gosh, I'm reading so many of the cards these days as victory cards, because I just kind of feel like that's where we're at. Like, we've done so much work and we're just in this place of victory. But it's like, the union within ourselves, right? The union within our own alignment with this. Our alignment with that which we've identified as what feels true to us, the highest potential, are, we could say, dreams, right? But dreams, what are dreams? It's like dreams come from the energy of our higher timeline. They come from the energy of our soul. They come from the energy of what we remember from our missions and why we came here. And it's that like that deep soul union. So that's how I'm reading this card, where you're in alignment with your highest potential, because you know that you deserve it. I mean, look. Oh, and you got the cow and you're the bull. That's so cute. I didn't even put that together. But anyway, you are sitting in your natural energies. Like, this is your natural energy. All of us, our birthright is to have. The miracles are endless. That's our birthright. So it's like this card right here is showing me that you're in alignment with that. Like, you're having this sense of peace, and maybe it's just starting to come in. Maybe it's just starting to dawn on you. It's like a sunrise, right? Like, it comes up and then there's more and more and more and more and more light. So wherever you're at in the process of that rise, this is the energy that you're in or moving into, this right here. So let's see what else comes out. Eventually, we're going to start talking about this coyote here. This detour, I'm sure you already know what it is. That's a lot of cards. I'm not going to take that many cards. We're going to let them come out more slowly. Okay. What else do we have here for Taurus? You're doing so good. Messenger of Earth. Okay, so this is my mission card. Look at her. She's determined. She's like, I got this. She's, yeah, that's what, like slow and steady. One foot in front of the other. I'm committed. I know what I'm doing. I'm on this path. Nothing is going to shake me off. You know, any of these detours, any of these things that look like, you know, oh, it's not going the way I thought it was. Like I had all these signs. I had all this, you know, like knowing and the dreams, or, you know, however you receive your information, and then something comes and just makes it look like, you know, you were wrong. You were completely wrong. But Taurus knows. Taurus knows what's up. Taurus has been on this, you know, rodeo enough times to be like, oh, okay, thank you. You're refining me, you know, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going to let this throw me off. I'm just going to keep going and keep breathing. And really awesome, gorgeous, validating energy. I'm going to move to a different deck. I love that they're coming out fast. Okay, so the Hangman. So perhaps part of this detour, what I'm feeling is a bit of a delay. Okay, so a bit of a delay, a bit of a hang up, a bit of a not yet. A not yet. We have something we need to do. Let's see. What else? Okay. Six of Cups. So that's a card of nostalgia. It's also a card of past lives. It's a card of, yeah, it's like what we have access to. Like this could even be like a south node, which is funny because Taurus is my personal south node. So I always relate to Taurian readings. It's also my rising. Anyway, you know, it can be kind of like a south node because the south node is where, you know, our Akash, what we're pulling from, what we've had before. So right now in this moment, I'm feeling like she's taking a pause. You are taking a pause to kind of tune into. Now, it could be things in this lifetime where you're kind of tuning into your past. You're revisiting it to bring forward things to remember and to access, whether it's if it's in this life or past, okay, or both. You know, you're bringing forth things. It's not just that you're bringing forth things. See, this is what I'm feeling. It's not something where you're sitting down and you have to dig and you're excavating and you're trying to figure it out. It's like we're not really in that energy anymore, like as a collective, you know. It's like humanity has done so much work and has done so much like alignment that we're more in this energy of receiving. I mean, even like look at his hair. Look, it's like the hair is like an antenna, you know, and it's like I'm getting this feeling of like this is kind of flooding in. Like, look, this is what's below her, kind of behind her in her past or in her past life. Her hand is right there. She doesn't have to grasp. It's literally coming right into her hand. Same thing with his hair. It's like it's just all kind of flooding in. So we're in this place, and remember, you're in this gorgeous, receptive, aligned energy. You're in this energy of alignment. You're in alignment with the truth of your soul, with the truth, and therefore the truth of your desires and your dreams. Our dreams and our desires are just the remembrances of our soul. Well, what is this? This is a remembrance card. She's remembering her soul. She's remembering who she is. She's going back into childhood. Okay, but that's not the right words. It's not that she's going back. It's like they're coming to her. They're coming to her. This memory, it could be through dreams. It could be through, you know, or worldly things like encounters with people from your past, or even like you read a book, you know, like you read a book from a certain time period, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like I was there. I know this. This is my soul speaking to me so that I can unlock these codes. You know, it's like all these flowers are like different codes that you're unlocking, whether it's something that you forgot from your past, like, oh my gosh, you know, ever since I was 7, I've loved crystals. Wow, I used to go around and bury them. Oh my gosh. And you're putting it together. Like, I was accidentally doing grid work. I didn't even know it. Why? Because I came here to do that. You know, this is my mission. It's like and I'm even noticing like these are like her badges. These are the things that she brought forward with her. She brought them forward with her. They're part of her soul. They're part of what she's earned, part of what she's done. Same thing with this. Part of what she's done. Part of this union energy that you're in is union with yourself, union with your soul, union with your your mission, your purpose, your gifts. And again, really feeling the energy of, it just flowing in. And the pause can be the detour, okay? Like maybe you, the lighting is so interesting right now. Look at that. Wow. That's cool. Anyway, okay, hold on, I got distracted. Okay, so the detour could be perhaps you were on a certain path and you felt this certain energy coming in, but then all of a sudden, there was just this pause. There was this pause and this kind of hold up type of energy where you could feel a little bit discouraged if you wanted to, not if you wanted to. It's like those neural pathways of the past of feeling like a victim and feeling like, oh my gosh, nothing ever works out, blah blah blah. They're still there. They're still echoes. They can still fire. I think at this point in evolution, a lot of us, and definitely feeling it in this reading, are better at just kind of, like I said before, you've done this before, you understand to just kind of breathe through it. Okay, but however, the message that I feel is really coming through, if you are kind of in like a an uncertain energy of like, oh no, is this not coming, or what does this mean, what is this pause? It's that the pause is to receive what's coming in for you from your Akash, or from your past, from your soul, that's related to your mission. So there's just a few more pieces that you need to gather. So that's what I'm feeling as the detour. The detour is the pause, but the pause and the detour are about gathering more of your soul, of pieces of information. And it doesn't even have to be information, like you don't even have to understand it cognitively. It can just be something that kind of fleshes out in your energy field. It can even be subconscious. But let's get a few more cards here. To complete an access and to have your badges be, to flesh out into more of your physical energy field. Like perhaps they're kind of floating up above, kind of like him. They're floating up above. He was like this. Okay, those are his antennas. To bring them down into the body, to bring them down onto the earth, into this solid, sure-footed, way. Okay, so that's what that pause is about. And then you get back on track. Not that you're off track, but you know what I mean? Things start to move again. So let's see. Okay, interesting. She keeps coming up. She came up in the Aries reading too, I think. Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is going to say no. The Queen of Swords is going to say no to what is not in alignment with the mission. So that's another piece of information. As we're gathering, as we're remembering, as we're fleshing out and coming into a greater clarity and a greater, is that the right word, a greater clarity? Because you're already in alignment with this. You're already in alignment with this, but you're in alignment so that you can receive more. Part of the alignment that you're in right now, again, is to receive more. So as we receive more and things become more clear and we come into more and more unity, it also becomes really, really clear what is not a match anymore, what is not serving and what needs to go. So she's the energy here of, and this is a bit of the pause as well. Let me put him upside down. This is a bit of the pause as well, is that we're receiving, but we're also dumping. We're getting rid of things. We're getting rid of things that aren't matching. So that's kind of the coyote bit right now. Okay, receiving and releasing that which doesn't. Okay. 10 of Wands, 10 of Fire. In this deck, because usually the 10 of Wands is like, oh my god, he's been carrying these burdens, these sticks, and he's struggling up the hill and he's just ready to lay it all down. He's just this deck is a little bit different. First of all, the imagery, but the way that they describe it, it's like, okay, so it's not only, it's like he's already, it's a different message than like you're laying it down because you're done. Yes, that is true. That is a part of this energy, very, very much. But it's also like the energy of, as you lay it down, see, it's a very similar message to this here, that as you lay that down, you're able to receive these codes. You're able to receive these energies that are a part of your soul. because that's what you came in with. That's what you came in for. This is like the cosmic egg. This is like your original blueprint. You know, he's the child version of you, which is interesting because I was feeling this energy with this card earlier where it's like going back into your childhood, where in your childhood, you know, that's where we're still connected with our souls and with our memories. And we, you know, not consciously, but unconsciously, we're in alignment. We're in alignment with the abundance that is our birthright and that we came here for. Okay, so it's like reclaiming this, you know, reclaiming this. So it's kind of just validating that again. So maybe this message is winding down because it's starting to repeat. Okay, but so I'm gonna get one more card to close. And oh, do I want to use a different deck? I don't think I do, because I think it'll take us in a totally different direction. I'm gonna stick with this. This is the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, by the way. Okay, who's this? Okay, interesting. This is the Knight of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords, so this is a card of communication, and it's a card of fast communication. So fast messages coming in. Okay, so that's what we're gonna kind of wrap this up on. So summary. The summary is like you are so in alignment. You are so in alignment with your birthright and with what is coming for you. Okay, and there's a little bit of a delay or a detour type of energy right now that feels like a holdup and feels like a pause and might even feel like a block. Like it can actually feel like this. It can feel like somebody else or your higher self. Well, actually everything's your higher self. So even if it is somebody else, it's still your higher self being like, I got you back, girl, you know, or boy or whatever. Like it might look like a bad thing, but this is for you, by you, you know. Motorcycle. Okay, and so, you know, a little bit of a pause, but it's all for the sake of, you know, allowing these, this access, this memory, this original mission to flesh in. And with this last card, the Knight of Swords, is like the messages are going to be fast, and there's going to be so many that you might not even be able to keep up. And that's the thing. That's what I feel like is really coming through with this. It's not necessarily going to be something that you're tracking with your mind or something that you're really even cognizant of. It's like, but you're almost being like inundated, okay? And that's kind of the energy of this too. You're just sitting in it. You're sitting it like you're osmosing it. You're absorbing it, and it's fast. So even if this energy feels really stuck and cut off, the message for you is to know that part of the reason why it feels like that is because there's so much coming in that you can't track it with your mind. But if you feel behind the like stuck, you're gonna feel, and this is kind of where we started the energy, you know, you're gonna feel this gorgeous higher timeline type of golden sunrise in the field type of energy, and just lean into that, because that's the one that's true. You know, the kind of the kind of feeling of like, oh gosh, you know, I don't know, maybe this part's true. It's like, we know it's not. Like I said, you know it's not at this point. So just keep leaning into this, and remember that part of why it feels, you know, a little stuck or a little on pause is because there's so much coming in. Okay, so this is actually a really beautiful and reassuring message for you, because you're just in this gorgeous place of receiving. Think of it that way. You're receiving. You're being put on pause. You're a little held up from your toes so that you can receive. And what are you receiving? You're receiving more of you. You're receiving more of your higher aspects so that you can walk your earth path, you know, fleshed out. And it's going to feel like this. If it doesn't already, it's going to feel like this. And there is this behind, so you can lean into that. So anyway, really beautiful message. I kind of want to like pause and like reflect on that in relation to the collective energies right now, but I don't want to waste your time. So I'm just going to end it there. Yeah, so thank you for listening, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day receiving more of you. Okay, thank you. Bye.